Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool AT&T 530 telephone. This is Robert's equipment from New Jersey. This is the initial checkout of this unit, and he's got a short note. He's talking about the keys stick on this unit, and then he's talking about in the battery compartment that there's a tab missing for a battery connection, and we're going to check all that out. We need to troubleshoot this unit. Now, this unit did not have a handset cord when it came in, so we're going to assume that Robert has it. And we will use a shop cord, and if he needs a cord, then we'll send one back with it. Now, what we want to do is give you a look at this unit. We have the cover loose, but this is the back cover to the unit. There is a little plate that goes on the back cover, and it has a line in use and a hold button. And the line in use light, or LED, will flash when this telephone is hung up and in the line and someone picks another telephone up. Of course, the hold button will light when you press the hold button on the keypad. So we want to give you a look at the inside of this handset. This is what this unit looks like on the inside if you've never seen this unit before opened up. Now we want to remove this PC board. We want to get into the keypad area, and that gives you a look at the unit. So now what we want to do is we'll show you the base here real quick. We have our card and then an AT&T 530. And this is a Trimline style telephone. It's a pretty cool telephone. It was a good telephone, but you don't see very many of them. And so what we want to do is we want to start our troubleshooting process. We'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair of this really cool AT&T 530 Trimline style telephone. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're in the middle of the process of repairing this AT&T 530 telephone, and we're into the keypad. And we want to go over a little bit about that. Now, these keypads in these 530s are a plastic keypad with conductive material drawn onto them. And they're not easy to deal with because what you can do if you try to clean it is you'll wipe out the conductive material. So you really kind of have to know what's going on with that, and you have to be very careful. Now, the reason why this unit is not dialing out properly or the keys are sticking is because there's been a pretty good spill into this unit, and some type of liquid has gotten into the keypad itself, on the back of the front keypad and everything else, and it's all sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. I don't know if the video's picking up the liquid, but you can basically see it when you start cleaning it off the keypad. Now all this is going to have to be cleaned, and you can see it. It's all over the Q-tip there, but that'll have to be cleaned. Now we also want to clean, there's another part to this unit, and it's the housing for the keypad that you see on the outside of the phone. It does remove. It's probably just a little sticky. This will all have to be cleaned also. So that will be taken care of. And we'll clean on the inside also, because we don't want anything to be sticky here. And then, like I said, on the keypad here, this plastic conductive keypad what we want to do is clean that also, because it got into the conductive material and it's making it hard to dial out. And then we also want to resolder some points on the back of the main PC board. There's some solder points that do not look good, and I want to go ahead and resolder that also, and then we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair of this really cool AT&T 530. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair of this AT&T 530 Trimline telephone, and we're ready to start our final checkout. Before we do that, I want to run through a few things. I also want to mention our amplified pickup. We use this in troubleshooting, repairing, and on our final checkouts. It's amplified so that you can hear the audio from a receiver. And we want to go ahead and show a few of the functions on this telephone. Now, we checked the battery situation because Robert believed that maybe one of the tabs or connection points for the battery was missing, and there is no missing connection point. So that's just fine. Now, if we go ahead and take this telephone and pick it up and we get our dial tone, you're going to see a red light here, and I don't think the video can pick it up, but it says low battery. And that light will come on if there's no batteries in the unit. Another situation, I'm going to go ahead and hang the unit up, is on the back we have a line in use light. And that line in use light does not mean that when you're on the telephone that light lights up. Actually, what that means is someone else is on the line, and it's an indication that someone is in a conversation and you may or may not want to pick the telephone up and use it at that point. And it flashes, just like if you had batteries in this unit and it was unplugged from the line, this light would start flashing. Now, the other light is a hold light, and I don't believe the video can pick it up, but in writing it says hold. So when you're in the hold mode, we'll press hold. That light is lit until you turn it off, and then the light is no longer on. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put some batteries in this unit and cause this light to go out. And we'll go ahead and unplug our line cord. We'll install 2 batteries in the battery area. And I've heard questions before from customers that they'll say, does this telephone actually take batteries? And it does. It's for the memory. So we're going to go ahead and install 2 batteries. It looks like it takes 3 batteries, but it actually does not. It only takes 2. And the reason being is because this last area has a couple of cross guards, and that's just a structural situation for the battery box area. So we want to go ahead and shut that unit up. And we have a number card or an informational card that goes over that area, but we're not going to install that right now. There's no need to. And we'll go ahead and hang our unit up. We'll plug back into the analyzer, and now that light no longer lights. And that's an indication that the batteries are good in the unit. So that took care of that situation. Now what we want to do is, on our amplifier that we mentioned, our pickup, I have a button on my amplifier, and I can give dial tone or take it away at any time by pressing the button. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and ring this unit. So we'll start a ring cycle with the analyzer. We're going to let that go a couple times. I'll let it go one more time. We'll give you some dial tone. You should be able to hear that in the video. There is a function switch here for high, low, and medium. And we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. And we'll go ahead and move that function switch as we listen to our dial tone. That would be like a medium. That would be a low, medium, and then high. So now what we can do is we can walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm an in and a 2. Now I want to transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So now what we can do is I've already programmed into the very first programmable button my number, and I'm going to go ahead and dial that. And the analyzer shows that it's dialing my number. Since the keypad was the issue, we'll go ahead and walk through the numbers one more time. I'm an in and a 2. I want to hang up, and I'm going to press redial. And it redialed all the numbers that we dialed. It should end in a 2. Now I want to hit the flash button and give you dial tone. The programming button is another issue. You only want to program this telephone when it has batteries in the unit. The only reason the batteries are in the unit is for the programming and the memory that it has. So we're going to go ahead and hang the unit up. We want to push this button on the switch box. That gives us a line out, totally takes the analyzer out of the situation. And we'll call a time and temp number. So go ahead and give you some dial tone. And we'll make that call.
Good evening. Today is Friday, March 25th. The time is 11:37. Current temperature 45 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Gradual clearing today, high near 54. Increasing clouds tonight, lows around 37. Saturday mostly sunny with a high near 64.
We can hang our unit up, give you dial tone, and we'll call my number, and it'll be busy. Hang our unit up. Now that we know that this really cool AT&T 530 Trimline telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Robert and he can enjoy this telephone once again. Now, like we mentioned earlier, these are kind of rare. You don't see them very often, and they're very collectible because people really liked them. They're a really good telephone, and they also look like some of the older cordless telephones that they made from this era, and so it's just a really good telephone all around. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.